today we're going to continue our science camp, okay? Our review where we're just reviewing some of the key objectives that you've been learning throughout. And what we're going to target today are ecosystems, okay? Ecosystems. So what do you think of when I say ecosystems?
The food chain.
Food chain, what else? Food
Web.
web, what are some of carnivore, decomposer, very good. Okay, so let's see, let me go ahead and connect here. Alright, let's connect to our Apple TV here. 7060. Okay, here we go. Alright. Okay, let me go find the Savino. She had sent us that way you can we're gonna start off with using Quizlet. So get your QR readers ready.
Okay.
Here it is. Okay. Thank you for bearing with me here. Let's see, right here. Be careful, don't scan it. Right there. There we go. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Give me a thumbs up when you connected to Quizlet.
Got
I think that way I can go there as well. Got it, Liliana? I heard it. Awesome. Okay, you got it, Anton?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now let me go via the URL here. Systems. So you understand, right? How I can't use a QR reader if I'm showing you the QR, right?
Yep.
So that's why I have to use the URL. Okay. So let's do this. Let's go here. Okay. Okay. So we're just gonna hit on the flashcards. You're just gonna use the flashcards today as a review, because after you're done reviewing, you are going to use Poplet, which is a new app that we're going to use, and you're going to share that Poplet with me on, what do we use to share?
Seesaw.
Just your Seesaw, okay? So, let's see. There you go.
Are you using the 5 iPads?
We're using one of them. You need, I have 4. You can use it for over there more. Thank you. Okay. All right. So right here, just go to flashcards. And again, just review them. Okay. Review the terms. These pictures you may use in your Poplet when we start with your Poplet. So once you're done with Poplet, with Quizlet, you're going to leave it open. Okay, we're going to leave it. We're not going to close it. So go ahead and just review these flashcards. Some of them, again, it's just that. It's just review. So it's nothing new, but make sure you understand what the terms are, okay? Because you're going to use these terms to show me what you know and show me your understanding, okay? And look closely because there's always that confusion sometimes with food web and food chain. Okay? Yeah. I did too. I used to get confused when I was younger too. So just think about, my best way to understand is a web, right? How it's tangled up and
they
how.
have different.
Yeah. So that's like the big trigger.
Straight line.
Exactly. Think of like a chain, like a necklace, like, or a chain fence. It's just a straight shot, straight line. Yes. That's the best way that I understand it. It's dormant because it's asleep. Okay. Give me a thumbs up when I know that you're done, so we know that we're ready to move on to the next phase. Okay. Awesome. When you're done, go ahead and search for Poplet on your iPads. Open up the app Poplet if you do not know what Poplet looks like. Remember, you can do the spotlight search where you swipe down. And I have to go look for it sometimes because sometimes Miss Martinez put stuff all over the place and I forget where I put it. Okay, poplet. The P. So it looks just like that. It has a P. And mine will look a little bit different than yours. It's okay. You know what? Maybe I'll use the one that you guys are using, which is poplet. I think it's. Did yours say poplet light? You know, open your. Just say poplet. Poplet. Okay, good. Okay. So poplet. The difference is poplet light is the free version, and poplet by itself it's the paid version. So the district pays for us to have all these extra features on it. Okay. So it costs a little money. Okay. So yours might look a little bit different. Okay, that's okay. We're waiting for Savannah. Okay. That way we can all be on the same page. Okay. So your screen may look a little bit different, but to start a poplet, you just simply, if it's a blank page like this, you would tap on it. Sometimes a double tap. Oh, mine I have to click make new poplet. Okay. So if it prompts you to make a new poplet, then it might ask you to give it a title. Mine is, so I'm going to call this food chain. Oops, not fiod. Food chain.
So do we go to poplet? Not my poplet.
Right, because my poplets are the ones that you've created already. So you just want to go to poplet. And if you're having trouble, just let me know. Swipe in right there. There you go. Yeah, it's tricky. You have to do it right underneath the. Right. So it is poplet light. It is. So it is like right here. So just tap on it. Okay. Okay. So the way that you create a poplet is it looks kind. What does this look like? What does this look like that we're going to create? What are these things called that you created?
A food chain.
Well, a food chain, but what are these called? You've used it before. Square. No. This whole thing. What is this thing called? You've used it like for writing. You've used it, I'm sure, since like a sequence of events, or like a web, right? You've done like webs, like idea webs. Okay. You can make brainstorming. Very good. So you can make this whatever you want. Today we're going to make a chain. Okay. So a food chain. So kind of like a sequence. So, and the nice thing, look at that. All I'm doing is clicking on it, and that's how I can manipulate it. Okay, so I tried playing with this on my phone, and it doesn't work as well. It works a lot better on the iPad just because of the space. So do you see how I can manipulate it? So if you wanted to, you could do that. You can make it go horizontally, or you can make it go vertically. So what is at the top, and you pick whichever food chain you'd like to choose. So this is where your Quizlet that we were using comes in handy to remind you. Maybe you need some spelling assistance, or maybe you'd like some pictures. So you double tap and you go back to that Quizlet. See how I still have it open? So what would be at the top of my food chain? The producers. Very good. Okay. So I would give it, first of all, I would give it a title. And I can do that by clicking on the T, which is what? What does the T stand for?
Title?
Not title. Think about like when text. Very good. Text. So click on it. I'm going to give it a title. Food chain. If you really want to be out there, if you want to do a food web, you're more than welcome to do a food web. But I'm just asking you to do a food chain. But if you'd like to do the food web, you can. You have your choice. But food chain will be just fine. This is where I just want to get an understanding, or I want you to demonstrate what your understanding of those terminologies are, like the decomposer. I want to see how well you understand those and how you're going to apply your understanding in this poplet. Okay? So food chain. Okay, and then we said this is going to be producer. Okay? So if I wanted a picture of a producer, I can either go to my Quizlet and find the pictures. I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's see. I believe it was one of the last ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I moved the shrub. Let's see. Here it is. Okay. So unfortunately, it does not allow me to. Well, let's see. Share. Let me. Oh yeah. No. It doesn't. I was going to say it'll let me go to. No. It doesn't let me save the image. But that's okay. Well, it won't let you have to get that saved image. But this is a cool thing. What you can do is you can take a screenshot. Look, and I'm going to show you guys who don't know how to take a screenshot. So simultaneously, that means at the same time, we press the power and the home at the same time. And you'll see that it takes like a little flash. So that's the trick. You have to do it at the same time. What that does is it's now saved that picture onto your photos. Okay? So what I do is I go to my photos, which is right here, which is this icon, this nice little colorful, looks like a flower. And here it is. Here's that picture. But Miss Martinez, it's too big. I just want that. Well, guess what? I can edit it. So you can't see it up on the screen, but right here on next to the little trash can, do you see the little trash can up on top? Next to it, there's like little arrows, right, that go back and forth, or no, not arrows. They look like lines with a dot. If you click on it, we get to edit our picture, and I can crop it. So this is the crop button. So let's click on that crop button. And now you see these little indicators that come up. So I can shrink it. I'm like, I just want this. I don't want all that other screen. I don't want that text. I just want that nice picture. Okay? And it doesn't have to be perfect, but Miss Martinez likes it perfect. So we click on that. That's exactly what I want. So I click done. And so now what it's done is it has now cleaned up my picture, which is exactly what I want. So I go back to my Poplet. Right, double click on your home screen. Go back to your Poplet. And now, inside here, you know what? I want to put a picture. I want to put that picture that I just grabbed. So I'm going to click on the picture icon. And I'm going to click on Open Library because that's where I have my picture. And I go and pick my picture. Click Done. And I should have put on here. Did it not go? Let's see. Okay, click it, click it. Oh, there it is. Okay. But it's tiny, Miss Martinez. It's tiny. Yeah. But if I, look at that. If I just click on these arrows right here, it makes it bigger. Yay, that's what I want. Here's the tricky part. Your food chain has to stay on this screen. It's important because in just a little bit when you're done, we're going to save the picture, and it's only going to save what you see on the screen. So try not to go beyond, because if you scroll down for more space and it's not on the same screen, it's not going to save it. Okay, I learned that the hard way. So maybe my picture, I don't need it that big. I can just leave it like that. Maybe the food chain, I don't need the words that big. I can shrink it a little bit smaller. That's good. Okay. And this I can raise up. Okay. And then you can go, so what goes next after producer?
Consumer.
Consumer. What does consume mean?
Eat. They pass it.
Very good. Okay. Yes.
Is this one for bonus?
No, this is mine. I don't know where Mr.
Because
Brown is at.
Mrs. J, I think she said that one of the chicks came and got Mr. Brown's iPad.
Oh, who came in earlier? Who came in asking for the iPad?
Huh?
Gustavo. Wasn't it Gustavo?
Yeah,
Gus.
for iPads.
Gus took 4. So I went to go check, yeah. Okay.
How do we find copies of the game?
Oh.
It's these ones in
Right here.
What? This one is
Okay. So when you're done with your food chain or food web, let me know and I will walk you through how to, because we're going to save the picture and then we're going to go to Seesaw.
What's next? The producer and
We'll go back to Quizit. Go back to Quizit and refresh your memory. Producer. So what does a producer do?
no, this is not. It's not. They make it
It produces its own food, right? It doesn't need it. It produces its own food. And so then, what's done with that food? Ash, what happens after it? What happens to it? It dies. It dies where it gets eaten. Who eats them? The seed. So again, this is the trick right here, is to just kind of keep it on one page. So it might even be best if you do this. You can fit a little bit more if you do it horizontally. You can fit a little bit more. So just type it one by side and adjust. It's okay. So who's done? Okay. Give me a thumbs up when you're done. I'm going to walk you through how to export it and then we can save it. Okay. So we have two. Let's just go ahead and do this for time purposes. That we can show you. If you're not done, just look up here. When you're done, this is how you're going to save the picture. We're going to click on the word export. Click on export. We're going to get some options. We can email it as a PDF. Nope. We don't want to email. We want to save the JPEG. JPEG is a picture. Okay. So click Save JPEG. Those of you that are done. And it gives us a message. It says image has been successfully saved in photo library. So we click OK. So now open up Seesaw. Everybody open up Seesaw. So if you're having problems with the export button not working, no worries. You just take a screenshot. Remember, that's going to make a picture. So take a screenshot. Boom. So now open up Seesaw, and I'm going to show you our class code up here, so you can log in to Seesaw. No, you don't want to take a picture. You want to save the picture.
That's what it is.
Okay, so here is our class code. Right here. Okay, so go ahead and sign into Seesaw so you can access our class. Okay, so do you remember how to upload, how to share your pictures?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and share that picture. Okay.
So we go to it.
Well, where do we click on to save the picture? To upload the picture. No,
Which
go
one
back.
do you press?
Go back. Because I saw you click on the drawing. What do you want to? Camera roll, remember? Remember, you have to click camera roll to share that picture.
Wait, Miss Martinez, which one do you?
Oh, save JPEG, the last one. Yeah. Okay. So you got yours up, Savannah? Okay. So I'll leave that up there so everybody can log into Seesaw. Okay, and then we're going to review. I'm going to share these so that we can evaluate them. So remember, the other option for the pictures is you could have gone to Google and looked for it, but why do that? You already had pictures. You had good pictures that were created on a Quizlet.